My bad.
Or who knows?
Sorry about that. Clicked on the wrong
I was
channel.
far too large.
That's
Not like that.
It's your stream now.
No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu Occult Origins. I'm I'm Grinning Moon, and I'll be your host this evening. Tonight, we are presenting the third chapter of Occult Origins, Last Meal. With me this evening are my friends, fellow cast members, and a little baby Gray.
Rory Shack didn't know he had a kid.
Right?
Yeah.
It all ties in. And we'll just go around, let everybody introduce themselves and the characters playing tonight. We'll start with Brian.
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Rory Shack. A beefcake by nature. But a guy with a heart of gold. Seen some shit at this point. Trying to make sense of it. I'm the Fickle Ficus here. I haven't streamed since this guy's taken up a lot of my time. But I like hanging out in Discord or in other people's streams. So I'll see you around. See you around Twitch.
For sure. And over to Sid.
Oh, and this is Gray. I should say this is Gray.
Hi, I'm Garba. I kind of take Italians from streaming, but I am playing Hank, who is just trying to start anew. It's rough, but you know what? Hopefully this goes well.
We know so little about you. I'm so intrigued.
I'm so excited.
I guess you can't really give away much right now because
Yeah.
we haven't met you.
We'll get there.
So yeah, just as a friendly reminder, you can also influence the story yourself by lending aid or causing chaos with our Fate Dice Redeem and our channel points. Once per stream, you may give any player an automatic success on a roll of their choice, or give me an automatic fail to use against them when I see fit. Just a little way for the live viewers to have an impact on the story as it unfolds. So now, without further ado, roll the trailer and set the stage for the evening. We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah.
So yes, as we set the stage for the evening, the sun dips low, basking the skyline in a deep orange glow. Shafts of sunlight peer past ivory blinds into a dusty apartment. As the ceiling fan spins lazily above, a gun rests on the bedside table. A stocky man is passed out in the bed. Snaps awake as the stair squeaks loudly once, twice, and a third time. As you blearily scan the room, you notice Libby's absence. Stair squeaks for the last time as you dive towards the handgun on the bedside table, as there is a knock on the door.
Hello?
The door knob rattles.
Tell me who's there before I start shooting.
Whoa! From the other side of the door, kind of muffled. Whoa! Hey, Rory, we're just here with some supplies.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yes, it's Vincent.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Yeah. I'll unlock the door.
As you the latch clicks over and the door swings open. Three men file in carrying groceries, a card table, and two folding chairs with them. The first, Marco, is a tall, muscular guy with dark hair and eyes and a rugged appearance. The second, Vincent, is a short, wiry fellow with a quick wit, sharp tongue. Always wears his favorite cabbie-style hat. And then the third, Tony. You haven't met him too many times. Don't know him personally, but he's a touch plump. He's always laid back, and he has an immaculate chef's coat on. He kind of files him last.
It's like a personality trait that he wears the chef's coat.
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah.
He has
Orsino send you
a
boys?
closet full of them.
Yeah. Orsino send you boys.
Oh, of course. Keep an eye on you and, get some things set up.
We gotta come up with some sort of system then. Let's call it 3 knocks, okay? 3 knocks on the door if it's you, That way I know not to shoot next time.
Well, maybe we could do 2 knocks, 1 knock, and then 3 knocks, and then 7 knocks. Just to make sure that it's convoluted enough to make anybody fucking blow their own brains out.
I feel like you're fucking with me, but I'm trying to be very careful. You don't have no idea the kind of shit I'm in right now, so I could have blown a bullet right through that door. Don't doubt it.
Fair enough. Put that shit down, man. It's just us. But so just you and the girl? I thought there was 3.
Yeah, there was. I just woke up. I'm still trying to orient myself. I'm not sure where she went. But yeah, there are 3.
Oh, fair. Okay. Well, Tony and I are gonna get set up in the kitchen here. Marco's gonna keep watch on the street. Marco kind of nods silently and heads back out the door as he kind of gets his cue. As Vincent and Tony rummage into the kitchen and begin to unpack the bags and stock the pantry in the icebox with the groceries, Vincent kind of pulls a paper from today's paper from the groceries and tosses it to you.
Thank you. Anything good?
Same old. Nothing too crazy. Look it over yourself, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll start reading the paper.
There's a couple articles that pop out to you. The first one of which is Labor to hear Ellsworth, Democratic candidate to speak at demonstration in Brooklyn on Labor Day.
Okay. I recognize the name Ellsworth from the Church of Contemplation, right? And stuff.
Ellsworth, yeah. You remember that from the document, and you also remember that Orsino was rubbing elbows with him.
Right.
Another one that kind of pops up, that kind of catches your eye, is federal raids increase as local law enforcement are, quote, spread too thin due to understaffing. Federal agents from the BOI and U.S. Marshals have conducted raids for the past few weeks. Officials state the raids have successfully shut down at least 3 illegal establishments to date.
Does this have anything to do with us?
You're not sure, but you're pretty sure where Orsino's got guys that, and most of the cops are in the pocket, so.
Okay, so I'm not too worried about it.
Something to keep an eye on for sure.
Okay.
And then, as you're kind of flipping through, not much else catches your eye, but one last article. Something about it. It says, mysterious sleeping sickness. An epidemic of encephalitis lethargica, or a sleeping sickness, has broken out. 32 cases reported today, making 120 cases since January 1st. There have been 42 deaths to the disease to date. The health department says it is a side effect, and it has something to do with the influenza virus, but...
Is there like a number to call? Is there any information?
No, it's just a typical article. Probably just there to incite some kind of fear. I think most of them are.
Yeah, right. Okay. You didn't see a woman leaving as you guys were coming in, did you?
No one coming downstairs or anything.
Huh. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about that. Not sure where she would have gone.
Oh, if it's as bad as you say, I'm sure she's being careful.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay. Look, this girl's been asleep for quite some time. I'm not sure. How long has she been asleep now, Moon? Like a day?
So, she's been asleep for, if it's like 5 or 6 o'clock now,
yeah.
she's been almost asleep for 24 hours, as of like 7.
I assume she's going through some sort of trauma processing, but it's a long time to sleep for. I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, as you finish reading the paper, you head into the studio to kind of check on her.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm just gonna like check on her. I don't know shit about medicine, but I would make a medicine check if that was something I could do.
If you want to do that, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
As she lays there on the couch, her breaths are relaxed and shallow, but consistent. Have you sent the thing through?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It froze for a second there.
Tony just crashed my computer. I don't know how.
Oh, wow.
Everything shut down the moment I tabbed into Roll20.
Oh. Well, alright. We'll edit that part out. No problem.
Okay.
So,
should I try? I'm gonna try going back into Roll20 if that's okay.
Yeah, that's
but I'm
fine.
scared. Okay.
I can always roll it for you too, if you.
Yeah, I had it up. I have a 1, so I'm not expecting it's gonna work.
You know.
I just wanted to roll a die. Okay, here we go.
You have a 1 in 100 chance of getting it.
Yeah.
That's not
I
bad.
now no longer have a 1 in 100 chance of getting it. I have 0%
Yeah.
because I didn't.
Because
Well,
we
you
opened
know.
the basket and now we have to know what happened to Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
with that, as you kind of look her over, you just kind of touch her shoulder and like try to rouse her awake, and she's just out. You're
Breathing?
breathing, absolutely, but just out
Yeah.
like a light. No more conscious than a bag of potatoes.
But more alive than a bag of potatoes.
And bag of potatoes like grow things still, so they're somewhat alive. Plus, you can make a battery out of them. I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, as you she continues to snooze quietly, as you kind of try to rouse her. No real response.
Okay.
In the
What do you
kitchen.
boys think? Yeah,
Oh,
you
go
guys
ahead.
think I should take her to a doctor or what?
Fuck, man, I don't know. Like, probably. You know anybody who knows about kids and shit?
Just Mother Mary.
Oh. Maybe later you'll be able to get a chance to speak with her. Because,
Yeah. Just don't love the idea of leaving her alone again.
He kind of, nods awkwardly and shrugs. And, and he kind of turns over to Tony. He's like, you should, put some onions in there.
What?
He, Tony, I'm sorry. He was talking to Tony, the chef.
Oh.
Yeah. And the you just see the most incredulous look from Tony that Vincent gives him. Okay. And he kind of just brandishes a knife at him, somewhat playfully. And Vincent backs off. He's like, "Well, I think there's a checkerboard or something in here. You want to play? Pass the time while Tony fucking does his thing."
Sure.
Okay. You see where that fucking thing is. Yeah, goes and starts scraping around the room, open up drawers and stuff. As he pulls out a board and begins to set it up onto the card table. Pulls up chairs. You sit down and settle into a game as we kind of fade away from the scene. Lots of clicks. Let's see. As we open up on a dimly lit cell block, morose chatter reverberates off the walls as rats chitter and clink incessantly along the pipes overhead. 2 guards flank a third man in a striped jumpsuit as they proceed briskly, clanking down the metal grated hallway. A buzzer rings as an iron gate slides over and they proceed through out of the cell block. As the group leaves the building and approaches a large cast iron gate outside, 2 guards stand post, stationed on both the door and the booth outside. As the escort bangs on the door loudly, a peephole slides open, and from the other side, a pair of eyes peers in and glares at you for a moment before slamming shut, and on the other side, a whistle is blown. After a moment, the doors shutter and slowly slide open as you exit and pass outside into a courtyard. As you proceed along and pass through the courtyard, groups of inmates can be seen along the lawn doing their morning calisthenics, with armed guards patrolling the ground. As they arrive at one final door, one of the escorting guards turns to you. "This is it." And he opens the door with a large squeal, metal and rusty hinges, as you're ushered inside. As you enter, and the door slams behind you, you are escorted to the first of 2 lines on the floor in front of a caged kiosk. Behind the cage, a dour man with a mustache and a horseshoe bald spot slides over a clipboard callously and pulls a pen from his breast pocket. As the guard next to you pipes up, he spouts your number. 7474505B. He proceeds through as the man continues jotting down the lines, silently following along. Minimum wing, block 9. Half served, out on parole for good behavior. As the clerk finished scribing before the notes down before setting it down and sliding it to the side, he mutters, "Give me a minute." And as he says this, he steps back, lifting the cage away from the window before disappearing into the shelves behind him. Next few moments pass as the guard move you up to the second line closer to the window, and after a few moments pass, the clerk returns with 2 boxes with your name on them. As he opens up the boxes, he retrieves items and recites them. Keys, dropping a set of keys on the thing. 1 book of matches, half expended. Wallet containing ID and $23.07. 1 flat cap, brown. 1 pair of pants, brown. 1 white button-up shirt. 1 jacket, brown. 1 pair of boots, brown. As he finishes putting all your effects in front of you, he pushes the clipboard, flips the clipboard around, pushes it over with you, a pen towards you. Sign you.
Kinda leans as best he can, sign it.
He kind of pulls the board back, pushes the gear towards you, and as you grab it, we kind of hard cut over to Hank stepping outside, as he is a free man now. As he steps out onto the island, he pulls a pocket watch from his breast and flicks it open before scanning and eyeing the ferry and beelining towards it.
Kind of pull out the pack, pull a cigarette out, go to light it, just kind of look at the pack again. Rolls his eyes, puts it away, continues to smoke the stale cigarette.
As he boards the ferry and makes his way up around, he hits the bow of the ship as they sail across the water. A little bit of the sea spray comes up off the water, and you start to get that smell of coal fire, and spices grow dense in the air as you grow closer to the city. As the ferry docks and you disembark amongst the small bustle, you immediately take to the bricks and, at a brick pace, back to your last point of contact. As you kind of take a jog and fish your keys out as you cut down an alley and stop in front of a pair of shed doors. The lock clicks over as you swing the doors open to reveal a old Model A, dusty but untarnished. The engine turns over before you hop in and check your bags, confirming the contents are still inside. And with a little bit of a rattle, the truck rolls off into the alley. Or you hop out, close the shed up before hopping back in and disappearing around the corner. As still have seagulls going. I can do. All right. As the truck rolls up to a stop to park outside a shop, the neon sign above it reads Izzy's Pawn. A clump of bells jingle above as you enter, and the traffic outside becomes muffled. Izzy, a short middle-aged man with amber shades and a slicked pompadour, steps from the back as you approach the counter. Hank, my friend. Heard you got pinched.
Yeah, I got fucking pulled up about a month ago.
Well, obviously it was only a month. You must not got you for too much.
Got caught up in a fight. But, good behavior will get you out every time.
What they say. That's what they say. Well, it's good to see you. What can I do for you?
Oh, just starts unloading the haul from before he got caught.
As you watches and pocket and various jewelries kind of pour out of the satchel, he spreads them across the counter. He's like, huh, it's not all garbage, at least. Let's see. That one picks up some, looks them up closely. You see him bite part of the jewelry to check the gold and stuff like that. And I was like, I can maybe do $15 for the lot of it.
15? Izzy, come on, man. Can't give me like at least 25. Like, this shit wasn't easy to get.
Don't break my balls here, Hank, man. I've got overhead. I've got a wife. Like,
I just got out of lockup, man. Come on, I still gotta pay my rent.
Look, don't get me started. My wife, don't get me started, man. You know the thing. I mean, he takes a second look at it. He kind of grabs the one thing you know is the watch that you know is pretty decent. He's like, best as I can do is 20. Not a penny more.
Thank you, Izzy. Thank you. Really helping me out here.
Well, just remember that. He extends his hand across the counter.
Hey, man, it's the reason I keep coming back to you.
Alright, you're gonna shake on it.
He shakes.
Alright, deal is done. Register rings as he pulls the drawer open and produces 20 wrinkled bills and hands them over to you. The bell rings once more as you exit and head back to your car, starting it up before rolling out and back to your house. Flat. As you go and park on the side street by your boarding house, and you get out and head inside. Monty, the graying Scotsman that is your landlord, sits with his paper behind the counter, muttering, wordlessly mouthing the words as he peruses the articles. Without looking up, he grumbles. You're behind on your rent.
I know. Look, Monty, it's been a little busy the last, month. The rate man late.
$40 and the $3 late fee, please.
$3 late fee. God damn, $3 late. Alright, look. Pulls out his wallet, starts going through the money. Pulls out the 43. Yeah.
As he, not even looking up, he just grabs the money off the counter. Pleasure as always, Mr. Trainer. Oh.
Yeah, you too, Monty.
Before you go, he fishes a key out of his pocket and throws it on the counter. That's your new key.
New key?
You're 3 days late.
Still my fucking balls here. Takes the key and starts fidgeting with it as he heads upstairs.
As you make your way upstairs and head over to room 104, you arrive and rip a eviction notice off the door for putting the new key in, turning it, and heading inside. As you enter, the stench of skunked beer and stale sweat greet you. The door barely clears the bed as you open it, in a room not much bigger than a janitor's closet. A tiny counter with a hot plate sits at the foot of the bed, with a small icebox tucked into the corner next to it. In front of the open window, a stool sits, where you have a lovely view of the campaign billboard. Councilman Martin Ellsworth for governor. Behind the door, a shelf sits where a mirror hangs next to an empty pet cage. Shards of ceramic litter the floor, while an old shoebox and a leather briefcase lie tucked neatly under the bed.
Kind of drop the satchel onto the bed and kind of stares at the ceramic on the floor, looks over at the cage, kind of flexes his hand a little bit. Go over to the ice chest and starts to open the door, thinks better of it, and goes over to the shelf to grab a can of beans and starts up the hot plate.
As you pop the spam and beans on the hot plate, you pull a stool over to your bed and pull the shoebox from underneath the bed and dump the contents of it onto the cover. You sift through newspaper articles about federal raids and blurry pictures of men in black suits as the food slowly heats up next to you. As you kind of pore over these articles, the savory sweet smell of bean and ham kind of slowly permeate the small room, and as you instinctively reach up for the plate, only to find shelf kind of let out a sigh. You fetch a oven mitt and pick up the can, grab a fork, and pick over the food as you look over the articles splayed across the bed. In your kind of pensiveness, a knock comes at the door.
Yeah.
Mickey is on the phone for you. Says it's urgent.
Mickey. Alright, I'll be right there. Yep. Put the can of beans down. Kind of shove everything back in the box, put it away, rush downstairs.
As you pick up the receiver and lift it to your ear, a hushed voice crackles over the receiver.
Cool.
Well, Hank, them spooks. You asked me to keep an eye out for. They're here over in the Bronx.
Really had to be the fucking Bronx.
I don't make it up.
I know, Mickey, it's not your fault. Shit.
Well,
Alright, yeah, well, where am I going?
well, I was falling for a little bit. I'm over here in First and Vernon. It's, looks like they're in front of a union or something like that. I don't know.
Ooh. Oh, I know where it's at, yeah.
They just arrived a few minutes ago. No idea how long they're gonna be here.
Okay, checks his pocket watch.
It's about
Okay.
3 o'clock right now.
Okay. Yeah, fuck, Mickey, thank you. Yeah, I'll be right over there. Shit.
Keep an eye on them. Just be quick.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Watch your ass out there, okay?
Sure. The phone
Uh,
goes. The line goes dead.
Hang up the phone, run upstairs, grab his case, and I'll lock up the door.
As you sprint back downstairs and fire up the truck, you peel out a bit as you tear off down the street, off to your destination. And a little early, but we're going to take a break right here. And we will be back here in
Oh
about
boy.
10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, something like that.
Cool.
Go take a break. We'll see you
Bye,
soon.
Hank.
Hello, Hank. And we'll be back. Take care. Hello, welcome back. We're returning to Occult Origins, Chapter 3, Last Meal. We just left Hank as he was leaving his last meal on the hot plate as he ran out the door to chase a lead. Hello, everybody. Hey, nerd. Been a while. Hope you've been well. So as we kind of roll back into that scene, we will pick back up with Hank as he goes on a frenzied and frantic drive through the city, yet find this lead as quickly as possible before it slips out of his grasp. That, bring in the music, take out the lounge music, let's go. As Hank drives through the city on a weaving in and out of traffic, he finally turns onto the 51st Street and scans for Mickey in the nearby alleys. As he spots a Irishman waving, points down at a polished black metal Model T parked just outside the Teamsters Union with two men sitting inside. As you swing the car over and park up the street with a clear line of sight, you roll down the window and idle and wait. Mickey kind of dips back into the alley once you got your mark. And as you kind of sit with the engine idling, traffic rolls by. You wait for a few minutes here.
Fuck, man. This was it for anybody fucking in this world. The fuck is he doing?
After a few minutes of you watching the car, a man in a gray suit emerges from the Teamster's office and beelines to a silver luxury car parked further up the road. As he enters, the door closes behind him, and he pulls out. A few moments pass before the Model T you're watching also pulls into traffic to follow. As you count 1, 2, 3, you also pull behind and into traffic to follow Model T procession.
You said you need a perception or something?
And
Sorry.
no,
In the procession.
in the procession.
In the procession, sorry.
As the two cars turn left onto 5th, you casually roll behind them, several car lengths behind, as you do your best to blend into the traffic and not get spotted. You continue to follow as they wind their way north Queens and into Bronx. It's Manhattan, I should say. A pair of cars wind through as the kind of high-rises degrade into factories and tenements in the Bronx. as the convertible slows down to a stop in front of a pewter brick tenement building, there's a man on the stoop who steps up to the car and escorts the man inside as the Model T that was tailing it pulls over down the street. Hank quickly whips into an alley next to the building and parks kind of underneath the fire escape, cuts the engine.
Can I see, is there anybody else outside?
As you exit the car and kind of slink up to the corner of the building near your mark, you see the two men in the vehicle, but there's no one else on the kind of looking out. There's still pedestrians and stuff kind of looking around, but nobody seemingly on lookout or anything.
But there's two guys in the Model T.
Yeah, that was tailing the luxury car. As you press yourself to the wall and kind of keep an eye on things, you peek in the car. You see the men inside hold something handheld, a device or something, to their mouth, and they seemingly speak into it as you watch.
Am I close enough to be able to try to hear them?
Windows are closed and there's just a little bit too much traffic and noise to like make out anything. As you as they continue to wait in the car, you kind of eye the alley, see a dumpster, nestle into the shadows of it, get comfortable as you stake out and wait. Several minutes pass as traffic and pedestrians pass by, and before finally a car identical to the one you're watching pulls up the block and parks next to your mark. After a moment or two, the doors pop open and the two Model Ts vacate their occupants. Four men step out onto the sidewalk and begin to speak. Kind of lean in, creep up to the wall, and press your ear to strain to hear them. You hear them kind of muttering. We've had no response from Team 2, so it'll just be the four of us. Primary objective is to obtain custody of the girl. Second is to bring Shaq and Deming in for question. The hold up on the top floor. Apparently they got like a couple boys in there, but I think we can do this nice and clean. We're free to terminate any secondary targets if we're met with lethal resistance, but be mindful. Crossfire. We can't afford any collateral here. Any questions, boys? There's a grumble of no. It's good. Okay, let's move out. And they file inside the building one by one, leaving one man behind on the stoop as a lookout. You kind of crouch back down and sneak to your car. You eye the fire escape before popping open the door and reaching in, sitting down. You reach into your passenger seat, you fetch a briefcase, slide down to your lap. You click it open, peruse the contents. You're going to kind of fade away and cut from this scene to another scene. It's not too far away. As the right. You played a couple games of checkers until you got bored, and the hour goes by pretty as fast as it could, honestly. The apartment heats up in the late afternoon sun, and the cooking in the kitchen kind of sends a deluge of savory smells of garlic, beef, and tomatoes as you lay on the bed just watching the ceiling fan go in circles. Vincent kind of unfurls a tablecloth and flourishes over the table, kind of tucking it in and beginning to set it as you hear Tony draining the pasta in the kitchen. As Vincent finishes setting up the table, Tony finishes up plating, and there's a knock at the door, or it opens. Marco walks inside and holds the door open for Orsino Giovanni. Wearing a fine Italian gray suit, he saunters in, nods to you before his gaze falls upon Gabby. A shadow crosses his face, before turning to you again.
Yeah, I know.
He folds his arms open, gestures,
Yeah, I'll go over.
folds you into an embrace, and kisses you on each cheek before holding you at arm's length, gesturing to the table. Roy, please sit.
Of course.
As you kind of sit and nestle in, Tony serves you both with plates of spaghetti and meatballs, and sets a plate of garlic bread in between you before bowing and following Vincent and Marco outside.
Thank you, Tony.
He nods, and Orsino kind of over his shoulder. Thanks, you boys. Have a good night. As the door clicks behind them, the room falls silent. Orsino tucks the napkin.
Do we need to
into-
bolt it? Is that something that should happen on its own?
You can bolt it if you'd like.
Okay. Just, I mean, or that they can do it on their way. Well, however that works. Just assume.
They
We would know to
do
lock the safe
the
up
main
door.
lock. Obviously, they
Yeah,
can't do the deadbolt or
The bolts from
chain,
yeah, but
they can at least do the lock.
sure, that's fine. I don't know any better.
There. As the room falls silent, Orsino kind of tucks the napkin into his collar and begins to settle in to the meal, nodding to you before tucking in and just getting to eat this delicious meal. The food itself is rich and savory. The perfectly cooked al dente noodles have a little bit of a crisp to them, and the tender meatballs have a slight crisp on the outside from being fried on the pan. As you kind of sit in silence, enjoying your meal, punctuated only by the scrapes and breaking of bread, and the muffled beeps and squeals of the city traffic outside. You end up finishing the meal, and Orsino kind of wipes his lips, sets the plate aside. So, Martin Ellsworth. You know the one.
Yeah, I just saw an article about him in the paper.
Anyways. comes to my office last night. Starts going off about how one of my guys went AWOL. Apparently they joined some anarchist group and shot up a town. Knocked off some badges. Even went and snatched a little girl. Needless to say, big fucking mess. So, he demands that I turn the one responsible over. To which I say, well, just give me a name. So when he spelt your name, I shit you not, I laughed. Bullshit. Roy Shack? No Gat Shack. Not a fucking chance. But he tells me he's got multiple sources saying it. You and a few others. He insists. I insist back. So now he doubles down with a fucking ultimatum. I'm like, I'll slow down. I'll prove it. I'll prove Roy didn't do it. If I'm wrong, I'll bring him in myself. Lo and behold, all morning I get a call from you, needing protection. I walk in here. And he kind of turns in his chair. There's a girl that ain't fucking yours. Couch. I don't need to tell you this ain't a good look.
I don't know how much of my side of the story you want to hear, Orsino. But if you want, I can start from the very beginning.
If it was anybody else, we wouldn't even be having this fucking conversation. So yeah, go ahead.
I know. All right. I don't. We can if you want, but I'm gonna tell him everything.
Okay.
However much I have time to.
Fair enough. Everything. The fact that just everything.
I'm trying to think of like what I wouldn't tell him.
You went into you had a dream about a little girl and then went to a basement and then
I mean, in so much as what actually happened, I'm gonna tell him that like these fucking crazy things have been happening, and if you'd seen the things I'd seen,
fair enough.
you'd understand. And if you stick around long enough, I can show them to you.
Yeah. He listens to
I know
you.
it's yeah.
And there's a skeptical face that kind of plays across a skeptical look that plays across his face.
I know. I don't look. I wouldn't believe it myself if I was somebody said it to me. To be honest with you, so I don't expect the same from you. Or I only expect the same from you, but I'm telling you what happened.
That's some fucked up shit. That doesn't change our problem. This isn't easy for me, Roy. We go way back. But he's got us by the balls. He's the one who pulled the strings to recognize the Teamsters. He's the one who keeps the feds off our docks and off our rackets. He's starting to pull it all unless I give him you. Clean up this mess.
What happens to the girl?
Goes into custody? I don't know. He didn't go into the specifics. It's definitely gonna take her back.
When I found this girl, she was locked in a basement. Orsino.
Well, you know, this is government type. I'm sure he's got a place for, like, wayward children. I mean, no offense, but if, you know.
He doesn't want me. He wants the girl.
Well, somebody's got to take the fall for this.
No, did you hear what I just told you, Orsino?
She's got some sort of special ability.
Look, I don't care if she, like, shits fucking gold. Like, it's a problem. This man, like, literally is our support structure in the higher end. We lose him.
I hear you. He said did he say he wanted the girl? Did he say he just said he wanted me?
No, he said it wanted you, girl, and anybody involved with this. Now, he did make the
Look, I would let
caveat
you
that...
take me easy. I get it. I understand. This is business. Sometimes it works out like this. I understand it's not working in my favor. That's a little girl right there. Okay? She's gonna go back in the system. She's gonna get abused. And I'll do everything I can to stop that from happening.
Look, maybe, like, he's saying that he'll go easy on you if you turn yourself in the girl. Maybe you can swing something on the other end of this, but I have no other choice, and it's nothing personal.
One day that
Shane.
you're gonna find out that this Ellsworth, he's more than you think he is. What he's playing at is dark magic shit. Okay? That's the game that they're playing. You think you're dealing with a man,
Look,
but he's
man,
more than that.
Look, man, you're
I
coming
hear
in
you.
here with
I understand.
accusations saying there's wizards and witches and fucking all this spoopy shit, and I don't understand it, man. I don't want to say I don't want to say like you lost it because we go with, you know. I trust your judgment, but
I'm not asking you to trust my judgment, Orsino. I don't expect you to right now. You think I'm fucking crazy? You can say it. I get it.
you're fucking nuts.
But yeah, I know I am. This whole thing's fucking nuts. What I'm telling you though is Ellsworth is fucking nuts too. And sooner or later that's gonna come to light. And when it does, just hope you're on the right side of history.
And you aren't paying attention if you think it works that way.
What I'm saying is, when he blows my fucking brains out, I hope that one day you avenge me.
I don't think it's gonna. Well, he gave his word that it wouldn't come to that. Besides, you don't have to fucking do anything tonight. I got arranged for tomorrow morning. As long as you go quietly, it's gonna be slap on the wrist and you'll be out before Labor Day.
Orsino. It's kind of you to say, but you'd have to be more naive than that little girl on the couch there to really think that.
Listen. This
I hear you. In the
this
morning,
man's
I'll
never
go, okay?
gone back on a deal with me. I don't think he's gonna start now.
Okay.
If it comes down to it, I'll take it on myself to fix the wrong, but given the circumstances, I just need you to do this for me.
I hear you. I'm saying I'll go, okay? I don't know who this Ellsworth is, other than that he's a political figure, right? I don't know which team he's working for, but either he's the people who are chasing me, and he's gonna have some dark shit in store for me, or he's something else. And I think either way, there's no outrunning it now. Just glad Livy's not here to see this.
Alright. Well, we'll arrange things for the pickup in the morning. Neutral location. Our guys will make sure you're good. We'll make sure that we get a tail on him, make sure that nothing happens. If we have worst case scenario, we can get you out of there. But
What do I got watching me tonight?
oh, the
Tony, Marcus, those guys sticking
I
around?
just made sure they could. Marco will be back. He just needed to grab some food.
Okay.
He wanted to grab dinner at his mom's. He'll be back.
I mean, you gotta have somebody watch me, otherwise I'm gonna try to make a run for it.
I know that. Don't worry. We'll play some cards or something until he gets back. Anyway,
Alright.
where is all that shit? And
There's a checkerboard.
as you kind of says this, his sentence is kind of punctuated by a squeak, a loud squeak at the on the stair.
I'm just gonna turn to Orsino and be like, "You expecting him back that soon?"
Another squeak, and then a third. I thought I told them to take the night off.
I'm running for the gunning.
As you run for the gun, the door knob rattles, and as you grab the gun, you hear a kadoosh as the door launches off the wall, and the door jam smashes, sending splinters. Orsino's caught off guard completely, and as 3 G-men roll inside, 2 draw on you, barking orders. Drop it, on your knees, will not hesitate.
What's Orsino doing?
Orsino is, the third one rolls on Orsino and moves to grab him and escort him out. Orsino balls his fist, his brow furrowed, as the agent attempts to push him out. You fuckers tailed me? Me? The agent levels his pistol on Orsino as he bites his lip and eases up. The other 2 continue to bark at you. On your knees!
Alright. Yeah, I'll hit the bricks.
As you drop the gun and
I mean, what do they have pointed at me? It's
2 pistols.
machine guns? Yeah, 2 pistols. Yeah.
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 Suppressed.
Yeah, I'll drop my gun.
As you drop to your knees and the gun clunks to the floor. 1 rounds on you as Orsino's gives you one last defeated look as he's shunted out into the hallway. As you feel the cuffs begin to click and bite around your
I want
wrist.
that moment to I want to look at him in just not break eye contact with Orsino as he's leaving, and I want that look to just be like, I fucking told you.
He gives you an ambivalent look of betrayal and just a dog biting back anger
At these guys?
at these guys.
Yeah.
As the cuffs click and bite into your wrist, the agent speaks behind you. Where's Mr. Minge? Black Dame that was with you.
I don't know.
Fucking bullshit. And smacks you in the back of the head. Tell me what you fucking know. Alright, man, we got people for that, that's fine. Come to your feet, boy. And as your head swims from the below, you are lifted to your feet and ushered out the door. Orsino's head shakes with disbelief in front as he leads the procession, flanked by an agent. Gabby's limbs dangle in the arms of the agent in front of you. And the third agent flanks behind you as you feel the metal barrel of his gun prod you forward occasionally. His death grip. He has a death grip on your cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
As you're ushered down the flights of stairs.
And they're behind my back. My hands are behind my back.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're ushered down the flight of stairs, the procession continues as nosy neighbors peek out of ajar doors. The agents bark, "Stay inside! Nothing to see here," as they pass. They escort you to the car as they split you up and put Gabby in the back of the front car. And as you watch the door shut on her car, they pull a black bag over your head and force you into the back of the second car. You hear the door clunk shut, and you see dark figures move beyond the bag. As you hear an agent slap the roof twice. You feel the car begin to roll and move out. As you sit in the back and struggle against your binding, the cuffs are biting into your skin a little bit. You feel a little bit of warm moisture. That might be sweat or blood. Can't tell. As you feel the car turn onto a street, you hear the throttle of the car slacking off after a few moments. And you see a vague movement in the front seat through the fabric. "Hey, you're falling behind. You should stick closer." Moments pass, and there's no response as the driver continues to slow down and slacking off the gas. The passenger speaks again. "Hey, what the fuck?" But before he can even finish his sentence, the driver bangs a hard left, squealing the tires and sending Rory and the passenger careening into the glass. As the passenger curses and you right yourself, you hear him struggle to fix himself in the seat. Just then, a gunshot pierces the cabin of the car as glass shatters and you feel something impact the black bag. As your ears ring, you feel something warm and wet seep through the bag. And that is where we'll end today's episode of Occult Origins.
Okay. Great.